Welcome to Cat the Minion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing another channel session that I was called to do literally just a couple minutes after the other one. I pulled the decks that were requested. So I've got my music deck that I made. I've got the Lucy Cavendish Blessings cards. It's called Blessed Be. I got the Aquarian Tarot, the Work Your Light Oracle, and its roommate, because I keep them in the same box. The Radley Valentine Angel deck here. I got the old box because I got mine on eBay. The guest for this reading is Jeff Buckley. I pulled this card out of my music deck because it has Jeff on it. This is a semi-famous picture. I don't really know what it's from. I use one of his versions of Hallelujah, the Cohen Hallelujah, for my Ten of Cups. He looks a little sad here. It's not quite as robust as the Ten of Cups would normally be. But I think it's because when you hit that completion, you sort of have to look back and see where you've been. But, I mean, here he's got in his wings. Now, what's interesting is that Jeff Buckley walked into the ocean and died. At least that's how I heard it. I think he was 35. He was young. I think his father's name was Tim Buckley. I think that's right. Also died young mysteriously. It's a shame, too, because he was really brilliant, and listening to some of his songs, especially the live performances of stuff like Mojo Pin and Sweet Thing, it's like he's torturing the music out of himself. So he's sitting in on this reading, and like I said before, it's like doing a podcast and having a guest and their microphone is broken, so I have to keep relaying what they're saying here. I don't know if that's how people normally channel disembodied entities or energies, but this is how it is. So I was laying in bed at night, not sleeping, just kind of casually reminiscing again how I hadn't had any ancestrals come in for a channel in a while, and I had been thinking about something else, and then all of a sudden it was like Nikola Tesla and then Jeff Buckley back to back, and I was like, okay, alright, here, maybe there's something in common with them, but I don't know. But anyway, the song Hallelujah. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth. The baffled king composing Hallelujah. And I said it's interesting that he walked into the ocean because that is the most cups energy that you could possibly get. Completely drowned by his feelings. And I didn't do it mockingly, but he's on the Ten of Cups there. The ultimate completion of emotion here, sitting here, looking more like a Five of Cups energy, but with wings. So, we're gonna see what he says. I was just trying to see if he had anything to say about this card, and he says he doesn't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me. Okay. Okay. I guess we're doing this one first. So, now, I found out yesterday, I think it was yesterday, in my delirium, I kept hitting the camera when I was trying to get cards, but we'll see. Let's see what comes out here. My shoulder's to lean over the thing. I'm going to do it over here so I don't strain my neck. It's harder to remember the lyrics without singing them. I'm already bad at lyrics, but I've heard that song so many times. It's like the ultimate version of it for me. Alright. Okay. He shoots, he scores. We're to send out a message. Cupid's arrow. Love. To love or not to love, that is the question more than is to be. He sees a distant he's not giving me a word, but he's showing me a trellis. He sees a distant bower stretch across the horizon. With flowers growing like ropes all across the tiny boards. The slats of wood covered with vines and leaves. The arrow brushes alongside, all along the wall. It hits you deep in your eye. You can feel it inside your eyeball. He's also pulling imagery from the dream I had last night that was really bad. No, this isn't a side though. The imagery that's coming out with the arrow going along the wall completely covered in flowers and striking somebody in the eye that's walking around it. One of the dreams that I had last night was I had somehow gotten a corkscrew in my eyeball and was involved in opening wine that way or something, and I could feel it and it really hurt. And I had to unscrew it out of my eye very carefully so as not to like have any of the eye jelly like juice out or bleed out. And then I was trying to find ice in like an industrial freezer to put on it because it hurt. Now when I woke up my eyes hurt, but they were very dry because I was staring at a computer screen all night instead of sleeping. But the point is, it's a singular sensation to suffer the slings and arrows. Oh, man. I can almost still feel that too. It's like a new kind of hurt. Okay, so let me get another card because I just totally interrupted that imagery. I'm gonna get back to it. No, okay, another one of these. Another purple card first. I feel like this is gonna end up looking like a comic strip. Look, 10, 20. I started wondering what the next card's gonna be, if there's gonna be a total of 3 on it. And Jeff said something like, don't go getting ahead of me or getting ahead of yourself. 30. A blessing to lift sadness. I'm sending Cupid's arrow. Don't try to cover your eyes. You'll see what you need to see. The important thing is the message. It doesn't matter what kind of wings I have, I can still get it to you. Wait. You have to think on your feet. I'm still laughing. That actually came out 30. That's hilarious. Now I've got your attention. Yes, he certainly does. Ooh, it's this one. 1. Okay. Oh, I just got 1 is the loneliest number. The 3 Dog Night. Oh, now it's not fucking focusing. Blessing of the Earth. There, look what happens when you take off the darkness. Put on your summer clothes. Experience the warmth and the light. All things are new. You have to look out for number 1. What is everybody taking from you? Hair, look at them. They say our branches are making up the trellis. We used to be a bower, but now we're a tree. So we stood up for ourselves. Are you a tree or a hat rack? Nope. Does not want me to use those Aquarian tarot cards yet. You should be so... I'm getting glum, but that's... You should be so glum, but glum isn't the right word. You should be so happy to be so sad. You learn something every day. Out in the woods. That's where the magic really happens. 5, unity. Read the text at the bottom. Okay. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Come together now. All together now. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's useful. But some of the best things are old things. You can tell if it's saying like true and meaningful at the same time. It's like one in one ear and one in the other ear. When it makes music inside your soul, you can see a single guitar player with an amplifier standing alone on the train tracks, and he's playing his guitar. It's the blues, and he's talking to the railroad tracks, and it's thundering into your heart like a train. That's how you know it's true. I'm trying to tell him it's resonance, and he says, go ahead and say it. It's resonance. Reverb. Reverb. Turning it all the way up. It doesn't mean increase the volume, it means increase the intensity till the sweat rolls down your spine. And your fingers bleed under the pressure. Because the message is that important. Ooh. Read the message. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. is a new arrow, flame tipped. You can hide your eyes this time, but even the light will burn you, if not the fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire, smoke signals rising into the air. To use your shroud as a blanket to fan the smoke, to make the code and send the message. It's being finicky about the cards. Okay. Don't read it this time. 10. Oh, here's the 10. Okay. 10 times and you come and you're born in the earth. 10 times and you die and you leave the earth. It doesn't make any difference unless you take something with you. It's not just about leaving behind a legacy. That doesn't matter. It's always the message. I leave my body drifting in the water, like a fish out on the sea, out into the ocean, and my spirit disperses like a wave. But I don't rise into the night sky. I dissolve into another dimension. And if I haven't brought anything with me, I have no food for my journey. I'm walking barefoot, thousands of miles on a dirt pathway. I have to take something with me. You can't just leave something behind. Everyone that's still here has to learn something. You have to bring something with you. The coins on your eyes are staying here. The clothes on your back are staying here. It's all about the message. It's a good thing he reminded me that the segment was over. Okay. Was that it for that card? Yes, or I would have kept talking. Okay. Another one of these. Okay. I feel like Jeff is easier to hear than Nicola, but his message is more fluffy, or like artistic and indirect. I was always like that, he says. Why am I shuffling these out if I'm not going to have a card? Just a distraction. Okay. Breaking the chain. He only wants me to read the rewriting the future part. Looking on this long and dusty road, and where I've come in, I've brought with me, look how I'm dressed, my flowing peach robes. And I come in to the darkness. Oh, I'll be born again. I come in, and when I come out, I'll be born. It's a womb, the womb of the earth. Descend into darkness to forget who I am, but I'm bringing this with me. All these ribbons. to write the music. Tell me where I've been. Listen to my soul. And I came in bruised and I couldn't hear my soul, and I screamed and I tortured it out of me. And I still couldn't hear it enough. And back into the waves. Back to the message. I can't hear myself all that well. Or I couldn't before. Screaming out, "Is this me?" I can't tell, and I'd torture myself more to get the message out. I couldn't hear myself. I can't hear myself think. And low though I whine, press my guitar, please sing for me when I can't find the words myself. He says, "I want to show this card, but I don't want to talk about it." Okay, weird, okay. Oh, right, this one. Okay. No one understood what I was trying to say. If they can't hear me, they can't help me. They don't understand the message. But I shot the arrow and said forcefully, "Oh, this is what I need to say." But there is a surface, like a mirrored surface, it's glittery, and said, "Oh, this is just to soothe your nerves. It's not to soothe your soul." It wasn't to soothe your soul. It was to scream out to the soul and say, what is the message? Do you have something to convey back to me? And it was all silence. They didn't hear me. And I had nothing else to say. Hit the camera. That one, the next one. The earth will always listen to you. It's something that people forget. What do they think? Emotions. Emotions. You need to have your feet on solid ground to support the waves that wash over you. The earth is always listening. And here, in the midst of the flowers, the true thing is, the arrow, it pierces the third eye, not the ones you seek to protect. You go in. Battery crapped out, and he says, "We're on standby, give it a minute." Hold, please, I'm downloading the new message. inside the roses in the trellis. Oh, it's not as focused. Become more focused. Did you see what I did there? Yes, I see what you did there. Any more of these? An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Well, and I was outnumbered. Perhaps an unwise choice, but look where I can be now. Yes, I have to start over. But I think people can learn from the lesson. It's not about... Just reminded me that I haven't used this yet. Are you going to finish your sentence? It's not about whether you are alive or not alive, whether people think you could have done more, they could have done more or less. It's about what messages are happening and what you're learning. There's growth. I'm not getting words, I'm just getting like really deep, mournful cello music. He's giving me a solo here. And some yellow submarine imagery. Okay. It's like the jet stream. I'm seeing the jet stream at this really it's like if the cello was trying to make the long wave communication like a whale does. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm seeing the jet stream but in cartoon form. He says, oh yeah, the jet stream, that's where I went. Stream of consciousness. And start at a 10 again. Play it once more with feeling. There, deep in the root, that's where the ground is. Both of these. Ha! Okay, I'm going to make a point before I see what Jeff wants to say about this, because these are both Queen songs, right? I have 8 and then I have 16. It's a doubling. I want to break free, 8 of Swords, and then the Tower. Mustafa. Doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing. The important thing is to have freedom of your soul. You let other people confine you and they don't hear you, and then you're alone. And you strike hard with your message, as hard as you can, and really speak something, and it will go out forever in a series of ripples, floating not only on the surface of the water, but all the way into the depths. Will shatter the stream, change the direction. I'm almost done here. We're almost done here. Change your life now. You only think of what's in front of you. You don't see that far. What is your message doing? He's saying all around the world, people suffering. All around the world, people wake up. Dress for the day. And there's a new heat from the sun. It warms their faces. And they hear music in it. And I'm hearing this sort of like angel chorus sound. It is a message, and they're starting to hear it, and they won't have to be alone. The guy was alone. The clouds were... He's starting like dark gray and blue at the same time. It's more of an image. The clouds were stone cold for me. But you can hear the clouds. They open up. A million little diamonds on the water. And the world is singing. He says, how's that for a final paragraph? I have a general sense of what was said, but I don't think it's really gonna have any effect on me until I watch this back. I just had a little insert in my head of Lilac Wine. He did a version of that song. So he says, I'm watching you. Very mischievous Mercury kind of energy. You'll never know when I'm looking around the corner. Just when you think it's safe to cover your eyes. Foop! Arrow. Cupid's little bow. And he's laughing. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, I'm done. I gotta go. I could see him putting down headphones in a booth, too. That's like he's walking out to the ocean again. I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I'm going home. Like he lives there. Alright, hopefully that's not offensive to anybody, but I see what I see and I hear what I hear. So if you want to get a tarot reading, the complete list of readings is available in the description box of my infomercial video, which is linked below this video. You can also email me, thecatcameback@gmail.com, for all of those relevant links. For all the relevant information. If you want to hit the tip jar, energy, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called. Whatever people say, you know what I mean. Energy equivalent something, whatever. Anyway, just feel free to donate or actually purchase readings if you just want to throw me like $1, $2, $5. It would make my day. Feel like a real person. So if you, that's paypal.me/cattheminion. It's also Cash App and Venmo or Cat the Minion. Those are the same payment areas if you're going to purchase a reading, and then it'll be delivered like I put up my readings with the pre-recorded, and it'll be it's not, was it hidden, private, whatever, you know what I mean, a locked video that only you will be able to see because you'll have the URL. And unlisted, thank you. I can't do live videos right now, as far as I know. It's the internet that's hooked up to my computer. I put a new cable in, and it's like the router itself keeps blinking on and out like a piece of shit every time I go to click on any web page. So I tried to do a live meeting for a dental thing, and I couldn't even hook up. So I'm not doing lives until I feel like I can deal with crappy internet, or get better internet. So that's how those videos are going to be delivered, if you order one. So I have Help Me, I Can't Afford a Reading. It's $9, and then they go up from there. Most of them are in the like $30 to $50 range. So it's not going to be an arm and a leg. Yeah. So those are available. I have actual art things available, including my chapbook packs, which are little mystery packs. It's like a little mini reading, just different little images, numbers, poems, and stuff to help stimulate your brain and your connection with yourself, and help shift your perspective and stuff like that. Perhaps provide synchronistic information for you in that way as well. So those are available in my catalog, the chapbook packs. I have some made to order items. I have a few drawings listed, and I'll add some more stuff when those sell. The catalog, the prints, the merch, coloring books, those are all linked again in the description box of my infomercial video, or you can just email me. That's all one word, thecatcamebacatcamp@gmail.com. Check me out on Twitter, check out my Facebook art page, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Stay groovy.